Hi Aquarius, this is your mid-month love reading. I'm Meg with Padmes, and we're doing your mid-month love reading for August 2020. Calling in your angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. Calling in my angels and guides of the highest vibrations, talking to your angels and guides. We don't want to talk to anyone else. What is going on with your love life and the energy of love around you, August 2020. I'm doing it a little bit differently with a different angle this month, just so you can see all the cards. And here we go, Aquarius. What is going on in your love life? Who and what is coming toward you? All right. Aquarius, the first thing that I'm noticing is you're happening now and into the near future, and that is the Nine of Wands. So this first message is about making boundaries, creating boundaries and making boundaries for yourself. The heart of the situation is talking about something that you have done in the past, something that you know very well, and also something that you have experienced you've already experienced these lessons. You've experienced them in past lives. You've experienced them probably in this life. You do not need to struggle with this again. You do not need to struggle with this again. This also could be something having to do with a past calling. It might have felt like a calling in this life, but it's now you're now recognizing it as something that you thought was a calling. It could have been a calling for a time, but not for the whole time you're in this particular incarnation. This could also have to do, since this is a love reading, with a person who you thought was a calling, a person that you thought your union was a calling, and recognizing that perhaps it is somebody that you want to be creating boundaries with after all, and not actually continuing a union with this person. The big picture is also talking about something not being very popular. This has having to do with other people thinking that this is not a good thing. It's a lot of other people's ideas or other people's energy affecting your thoughts around this situation. Your advice is talking about lots of fast communication, lots of fast energy, and it can be lots of fast energy and communication from a bunch of other people. So here you are coming from a place of having a lot of knowingness yourself. So even though all this other energy is coming in from other people, you have a lot of knowingness. You know what's going on, Aquarius. Your higher self is talking about not pursuing something. This would also be someone not coming in and giving an apology, or it could be you saying, I don't owe anybody an apology. This is not being in pursuit of someone any longer. And your angels and guides are talking about some kind of hesitation with this because I'm not emotionally ready to move forward just yet. So I'm not emotionally ready to move forward, but I'm recognizing that this might not be what I thought it was. Okay, let go of the idea that justice and karmic justice has completed its cycle. Wow, so all of this stuff is from the past. You don't have to relearn this lesson or do this again. Yet what kind of injustice is occurring? What kind of justice is needing to be wrapped up? Let's ask. There is resistance in not making a decision. It could have something to do with that. Like the final decision needs to be made. Are we going to end this in this life, or are we going to continue this again in another life? This is somebody who has a lot of narcissism or completely thinking about their own situation, their own power struggle is what I'm hearing. They need to be in control. They need to be in power. They're dealing with their own issues around manifesting what it is that they want and desire into the physical. So there's something around that. I will say this, you can't do it for them. And if you keep trying to do it for them, that could be what is keeping you from bringing this and tying this up. I'm not ready to move on emotionally. What kind of connection do you have with this person that is making you feel like you need to stay in this? You're making boundaries, but this isn't cutting anybody off. This is just holding space. What do you feel like you need to be doing here? Somehow it's like you're trying to make it easier for them. You're trying to help them heal, but only they can heal themselves. Aquarius, you can't help them heal. You can help them, I guess, by holding space, but they have to receive it. And this is also it. They're not willing to receive your help right now. Sorry about that, Aquarius. I don't know where you went. Okay, Aquarius, sorry about that. I've got to turn this on airplane, otherwise it'll happen again. There we go. Okay. You cannot help them heal if they are not willing to receive it, and they're not willing to receive it right now. I want to get one more on that. Right. Actually, two want to come. Okay. So they're not willing to receive the healing. They are recognizing that union or this healing in the heart. They are realizing that this isn't your job. So now what has to happen is you have to realize that that's not your job too. Wow. The trajectory, Aquarius, is talking about nesting, going into your happy place, going and taking a rest. I don't think that I had this in view. They recognize that you are not the one who is supposed to heal them because they have to heal themselves. So they are like letting you off the hook, actually, but you have to make a choice. You have to decide. And what you're saying is, I'm having resistance in making the choice, in deciding. Past, present, future. The Four of Wands reversed. There's upheaval. There is upheaval in the foundation. There's even, this could have been a blowout. And this is seeing things differently, watching this transition happen and looking at it in a different way, looking at it in a different way in this life, seeing the story in a different way. And you being here is no accident. There are no accidents. There are only synchronicities, no coincidences. So being here and seeing this transition taking place, being in the transition still, recognizing that you've been doing this for lifetimes and for a long time, and seeing the story differently, and then you taking a rest from it. You saying, I'm going to claim my space again. I'm going to make some boundaries and claim my space again. I'm going to hold my space. When you hold your space, it's like think globally, act locally. You're holding your space so that they can hold their space and do what it is that they need to do. But you trying to jump in and do it for them is not going to work. I want to ask the Magpie Oracle about your trajectory, more about your trajectory. Wow. Right. You got this tiny little plate with these flatware on the plate. I love it. This is about nourishment. And this is what I was asking about your trajectory. It's time to nourish yourself. Instead of trying to nourish someone else, it's time to nourish yourself. I want to ask too about the heart of the situation. Aquarius. Wow. Here's a tiny little airplane for your heart of the situation. This oftentimes is a symbol for me, first of all, of higher self, or even in being in the astrals, but also it's about being in this transitional space in time and space. So this is like going to the Cathedral of Souls in the astrals and talking to this person's higher self. And this is definitely something that you can do. You can go into meditation with the intention that you want to talk to this person's higher self and amend your agreements with them. Do you have agreements with this person still? It feels like they want to let you off the hook. But this, you're happening now and into the near future, is actually talking about what kind of agreements you have. So you're making these boundaries, but you're looking at your agreements. But let's look at that, right? You're bringing to the surface the things that need to be released. You are recognizing that this person is letting you go, letting you out of your deal, but it's not because it's not like you're leaving early. It's that it's time. So I'm going to ask Norman, Aquarius, first of all, what's happening now and into the near future? Foxy lady. This is also something that is convoluted, information that is convoluted. So I say that this person is letting you off the hook, but they're helping you out by making you make the decision. And that's your soul lesson in this agreement. You have to make the boundaries and you have to make the decision. And they're helping you do that by making it not really easy. They're giving you maybe some mixed messages, mixed signals, saying that they need you to do this for them. And then in actuality, they're giving you the opportunity to they're giving you the opportunity to heal for yourself. This is also overcoming obstacles, getting to your higher self, getting to your higher space, overcoming obstacles. I want to know what your higher self wants to say. Your higher self is talking about nostalgia, rendezvous, romantic partners, also talking about the past. We've done this before. And this is luck. This is coming together. This is luck. You do this for each other. You help each other in lives. You're part of each other's soul group, which is what we do. We come often, very often in soul groups. Your angels and guides are talking about having, well, first of all, it's very possible having a child, but also this is talking about a new endeavor, a new project, a new endeavor, a new love, a new path, a new way. And you can do that with this. You can move forward and move on from it. Okay, Aquarius, I'm going to ask your romance oracle, your guides and angels, for advice from the romance oracle retreat. This is all about retreat up here. It's time to disconnect from the world. Go into your own place, do your own healing, and retreat. Okay, one more from the romance oracle for Aquarius, angels and guides. Here we go. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Excellent. Red flags are always our signals to look within. What is triggering? What is upsetting? Look at those. Don't ignore those. Pay attention to the red flags. Retreat. Go inside and nourish yourself, Aquarius. Let me know how you're doing this month. Leave some comments or feedback or email me and let me know. And I will see you in September for your Tarotscopes. Thank you, Aquarius.